So I am bringing up the VP of Customer Engagement and also a co-founder, Ann Schauer Jimenez from Mango Materials. Ann?
Thank you, everyone. So I would like you all to imagine the future. And my team and I, when we were tasked with this, we decided that better biopolymers were critical for clean oceans and the environment. I'm pretty sure you all thought that same thing too, right? Well, the nice thing is actually people are thinking this as well, because you're seeing stats like this from the Ellen MacArthur Foundation. You're seeing covers of National Geographic and even California newspapers picking up on the plastics pollution problem. Now that is coupled actually with the problem with climate change, which is actually being highlighted almost as much these days in publications. So at Mango Materials, we strive to be a solution to both of these environmental issues by being a global leader in the bioindustrial revolution through the production of a biodegradable material using a greenhouse gas named methane. And now methane, and here's how we do it. So we take methane and we feed it to a specialized set of microorganisms. And these microorganisms love methane. They're called methanotrophs for a reason. And they actually grow this polymer inside of themselves. So kind of like if I was left here alone with that wonderful chocolate mousse that we had today, I would probably get larger and larger and larger. We're feeding them their chocolate mousse, which is methane. This biopolymer is extremely versatile and can be converted into many different products. Now, once these products are no longer needed, more than likely they'll end up back at a waste facility. And if they're degraded anaerobically without oxygen, methane is produced. So we can close the loop and create a cradle-to-cradle system surrounding plastics. Now, there is a lot of methane in the region and even in the world, but using methane from landfills in the US alone, we could produce 7 billion pounds of our polymer every year. So the polymer that we make is called polyhydroxyalkanoate, which I'll call PHA for short. And it is an extremely durable plastic. It can actually go through the wash. It could go on, shelves. It can go in your car. It can go anywhere. But once it is disposed of, it can biodegrade in many different environments, including the oceans. And now we never advocate for the oceans to be a disposal ground. A lot of plastics are ending up there. And PHA is ocean safe and even fish safe. Humans, animals, can digest PHA naturally as part of our own metabolism. There are some interesting studies about how it can enhance your brain activity, but I wouldn't really recommend eating PHA on a regular basis. Now, what makes Mango Materials even more interesting is this fourth point. Using methane gas allows this material to be climate positive. So with these things, we firmly believe that polyhydroxyalkanoate is nature's plastic. And this helps to lower our environmental impact through LCA analysis. And using methane gas as opposed to the production of other biopolymers, which generally use sugars, we can actually have a negative carbon impact when it comes to CO2. Now, Mango Materials is focused on two main application sectors. The first is injection molding packaging for the cosmetics industry, and the second is as a polyester replacement in the textiles industry. Now, I have to tell you, we're still kind of small scale, so this may not look like much, but this will have a huge impact. Because in San Francisco alone, they send 4,500 pounds of textile waste to the landfill every single hour. So imagine if we could convert that into a more biodegradable, environmentally friendly product. Now, I don't have a stat for San Mateo County, which may be a good thing, but I know that it can be a huge impact all around the world. And this is actually what our customer is looking for. While we do partner with brands and we ultimately will be launching products through them, we're listening to the aspirational customer where they're looking for, products that are inspired by nature and companies that focus on environmental justice. And we feel, like they do, that compostables and biodegradables are the answer. Now, we're co-located at Silicon Valley Clean Water in Redwood City, the wastewater treatment plant where if you live in Belmont, San Carlos, and Redwood City, your waste goes there. And actually, part of your waste is being used to turn into biopolymers. We have been at this location since 2012. Where we started literally in a shipping container. As you can see, the bottom middle picture is our co-founder, Allison, and she is literally in a shipping container. We always joke that in Silicon Valley, lots of people have garage stories. We have the Silicon Valley shipping container story. And that is where we started by converting that into a lab where we produced very small amounts of our biopolymer on site using the methane that's actually a byproduct from the wastewater treatment plant. Since then, we've grown and built our pilot plant, which you can see in the bottom right picture. And that's actually the 3 co-founders of Mango Materials, all 3 female PhDs, if I might mention that on International Women's Day. So we built our pilot plant about 2015, and it's been running consistently for 3 years. We are extremely grateful to be at Silicon Valley Clean Water. They've been doors wide open since day one when we literally just wanted a meeting to ask how much maybe methane could be sold for. They were like, what do you guys need? We would be happy to host you, and they've been gracious ever since. They're not only a great partner, but a wonderful ally and actually one of our biggest cheerleaders, and that's been amazing. So much so that we're really excited to announce that we're currently undergoing construction of what we're calling our launch facility. This facility will produce thousands of pounds of polymer every month. It will be co-located at the wastewater treatment plant at Silicon Valley Clean Water and ultimately look like this. We anticipate it being fully constructed in the summertime. But we don't want to stop there. We actually are looking already at building our first full-scale commercial plant. It will look something like this and produce millions of pounds of polymer every year. And while it can be hosted at Silicon Valley Clean Water, there are many sites around the Bay Area, across the US, and ultimately all around the world that can host these facilities so that we can produce billions and billions of pounds of this new biopolymer. Now, I'm so honored and grateful to be the one from my team to represent Mango Materials and receive this award. The partnership with Silicon Valley Clean Water, San Mateo County has just been so amazing. And we're Mango Materials, where scientific innovation meets environmental justice. Thank you.
Let's give another round to Anne.